Welcome everyone to my Varesa kit overview. Varesa is the newest and first 5-star character from the Collective of Plenty tribe, and in this kit overview, I'll be going over Varesa's kit and explain what she does, then go over her signature weapons and give some of my early thoughts on her. Keep in mind that many things are subject to change in regards to Varesa's kit, especially this early on. Information in this video is only up to date as of the making of this video. And without further ado, let's go over her kit. Varesa is a 5-star Electro character who specializes in dealing plunging attack damage. She wields a catalyst, scales on attack, and has a crit rate ascension bonus. Her normal attacks deal electro damage, and her charged attack will deal Night Soul aligned electro damage, and also allow her to leap into the air. This would allow Varesa to easily perform a plunging attack. Varesa's plunging attack deals Night Soul aligned AoE electro damage, and if Varesa is in combat when she unleashes a plunging attack, or if the attack's shockwave, which is the AoE, hits an opponent, then she will restore 25 Night Soul points. Varesa's maximum Night Soul points limit is 40, and once she accumulates 40 points from plunging, she will enter her Night Soul's Blessing and the Fiery Passion state. While Varesa is in the Fiery Passion state, she will always be in the Night Soul's Blessing. The Fiery Passion state will allow her skill, burst, and normal attacks to deal increased damage and trigger special effects. Her plunging attack will also deal much more damage in the Fiery Passion state, but will consume all Night Soul points, ending both her Night Soul's Blessing and Fiery Passion state. Varesa's basic gameplay loop would be to use her charged attack to allow her to leap into the air and perform a plunging attack, which will then restore Night Soul points. When Varesa's Night Soul points reach the maximum, she will enter her Night Soul's Blessing and the Fiery Passion state, allowing her to deal more damage. Varesa's elemental skill deals Night Soul aligned electro damage and grants her 20 Night Soul points, allowing her to enter the Fiery Passion state much faster. Additionally, Varesa will gain the follow-up strike effect, which allows her to unleash a charged attack that does not consume stamina just by using her normal attack. This will make using her plunging attack easier, as you don't have to consume stamina to use her charged attack. This skill has 2 casts. Varesa also has abilities that aid in exploration, much like other Natlan characters. Holding Varesa's skill will allow her to enter just her Night Soul's Blessing and switch to the sudden onrush mode, during which she will gain increased movement speed, allowing her to travel over water and liquid phlogiston, and also leap over terrain. This state will end when her Night Soul's Blessing ends. Varesa's elemental burst has 2 forms, one of which can be activated without waiting for the burst's cooldown. Varesa's regular burst deals Night Soul aligned AoE electro damage and restores her Night Soul points to the maximum, allowing her to enter the Fiery Passion state. If Varesa is already in the Fiery Passion state, her burst will deal increased electro damage. And while she is in the Fiery Passion state, if Varesa uses a plunging attack, she will enter another state called Apex Drive. Apex Drive will allow Varesa to ignore her burst's cooldown, and it will also consume less energy. Using this special burst will allow Varesa to perform a more powerful plunging attack, dealing Night Soul aligned AoE electro damage. And as for her passives, Varesa's first passive will activate after using her elemental skill. For 5 seconds after using her skill, Varesa's plunging attack's shockwave damage will be increased by 25%, and if she's in the Fiery Passion state, the damage will be increased by 50% instead. Her second passive will increase attack by 30% for 12 seconds when any party member triggers a Night Soul burst. This effect can stack twice. Moving on to Varesa's signature weapon, Vivid Notions, it has a base attack of 674 and increases crit damage by 44.1%. As for its effect, it'll first increase attack by 28%, and when you use a plunging attack crit damage will be increased by 28%. If you use an elemental burst or skill, plunging attack crit damage will be increased by 40%. These effects will be cancelled after using a plunging attack. This weapon increases plunging attack crit damage, and while the effects are pretty strong, there are many other alternative options, such as Kagura's Verity, Lost Prayer, or even stat sticks, such as Surf's Up. The 4-star Catalyst, the Widsith, should also be a viable option. Overall, it doesn't look like Varesa would be at all reliant on her signature weapon. And as for her build, Varesa is an Electro attack scaling damage dealer, and since she is from Natlan and can enter a Night Soul's Blessing, Obsidian Codex should be a strong option. But we're also getting a new set, one that increases plunging attack damage. However, Obsidian Codex's 40 crit rate is very hard to beat, so the new set may not end up being much better. And in regards to her teams, since Varesa is an Electro character, she can be played in Overload teams with Chevreuse, Electro-charged teams, while pairing her with strong supports like Furina, but also Quicken and Dendro teams may also be possible, not to mention Hypercarry teams. Iansan is an upcoming 4-star support who buffs attack and can even use the Hero of Cinder City set. That should make Iansan a pretty strong pick for most teams. Xinyuan buffs plunge attacks and provides an increase to your jump height, which isn't necessary for Varesa, but it's pretty nice to have. Overall, Varesa is an Electro damage dealer who deals damage through her plunging attacks, which is not something many characters do. She also looks pretty interesting to play, especially with her ability to ignore Elemental Burst cooldown. And of course, as a new character, she will likely be strong. And that's all from this video. Thank you for making it to the end, and thank you for watching.